choices to you. So I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to get straight into the reading. We're going to start with Leos and then end with Cancers. Okay, we are in Leo season. So I am briefly going to talk about Leos after my announcements, just to set the tone because I really love Leos. If you would like to collaborate with me with any art endeavor or creative endeavor, my email is in my bio everywhere. Okay. My personal readings are now open again for the ones who know or may not know. I did close off my readings over the summer, but they are officially back open. The prices and everything for you to set your appointment is in the link as well. But you can also email me if you have any questions. And I think that's about it. I also have some products, rose water. I'm also working on another product of like detoxification, making my own wormwood water. It's not really, well, yeah, I guess you can call it water. Yeah, so I have product, I have music, I have a lot of different other services. Whatever you need, whatever type of spiritual nourishment, you got it here with me. All right, Leos. So I think this is actually a message for everybody. I heard the word stampede and everybody moving in one direction, everybody moving fast, going fast in no direction. So there is an energy of rushing and motion and everybody yearning to go. I just see a whole bunch of people moving so fast and going nowhere, like they're on a treadmill. So I don't know if these are people you're surrounded by. But this is what this feels like. Because I can kind of, like when I feel energy, it comes in different ways. But for the people that I pick up on energetically, I can feel and tell if they are the observer, if that makes sense. That's why a lot of times when you see me reading, I am looking this way so that I can embrace your energy. I am going to start with I'm going to start with bird messages first. Just because birds been talking a lot. You know, you hear people say that shit for the birds. Well, the birds been talking. So I'm going to pull a bird message first for each sign. We're going to pull from each or one of the tarot decks I have here. They're both kind of the same deck because even though this is a psychic tarot deck, each card represents one of the tarot. All right. So we're going to pull from the bird deck. Okay. One of the tarot decks. I am also going to pull from my the Numinous deck, and then at the very end I'm going to give you some nourishment. This has a lot to do with your creativity. It's a soul's nourishment, excuse me. Okay, so energy from my perspective, from what I can see everybody else going through and then us as a collective, it just seems like there's a lot of cycles being closed out at this time, especially with all the transits that we have going on right now, astrologically speaking. And there's just a big emphasis on not rushing on a whole different level. Not just rushing physically, but not rushing mentally, emotionally, financially, or sexually into different things. So there is a sense of pacing yourself. And every time, I love that I'm doing this reading before Thursday, because Thursday is Nipsey's birthday. I was trying to say birthday, but his brother came out, so shout out to Black Sam. But his energy was, I just feel like, the best representation of what a Leo is supposed to be. And a lot of people I hear a lot of people talk crazy about Leos, and it's crazy because Leos are really like that. They show everyone that you can endure and still pace yourself and not feel like You're on someone else's time. I love Leos. And shout out to Nipsey. I believe he's turning 39. Yeah, he is. He's turning 39 this year. So I'll put out some libations for him. I typically put out liquor, a candle, or something like that, and just send positive energy to his family and his business. All right, so Leos, let's get into it. Hey, how are you? Hope you're doing well today. All right, let's see what bird messages that we have for you guys. At the bottom, we have let outward deeds and words match your inner feelings. This word at the foundation of the deck is showing me you may be feeling at this time, Leos, one way, but not knowing how to communicate something to others. You may feel it could be vice versa, because you know Mars talks about war or love. We're either going to talk about sex or war energy is going to come up. And what this feels like, oh, thank you. What this feels like, it can be two things. It can be you feel like you were about to combust of a whole bunch of love. Like you may have feelings for someone and you don't know how to express it. You don't know how this person is going to take it. Maybe you feel like they're not mentally, emotionally stable, or mentally, emotionally in the space for you to even communicate how you feel. Or you can feel some hostile energy and feel like, you know what I'm saying, you really want to get some stuff off your chest, but you don't think it's the right time to say it to this person for whatever reason. I am picking up on the energy of you feeling like you can't express yourself because you don't feel like this person is in a great mental state, or they can harness or take what you're going to say well. Like I feel like someone feels like you are walking on eggshells, but there's an energy here of speaking your truth. And I wasn't going to speak on this, but I just always feel like God uses me as a vessel. I had some personal things that came up yesterday. I had a family member who reached out to me and they needed help, and I had to tell them no and put myself first, and it really hurt my heart because I can tell that they were crying and upset, but I had to tell them, like, listen, I held my peace for a really long time, but the last time I spoke to you, you know, I invited you down. You were supposed to spend time with me and your other siblings or my children, and you chose not to because of your significant other. And now you want to see me or you need me, but it's only to benefit you. It's not, you know what I'm saying? And I had to say, like, look, you can come down, but I just had to express to you that I just don't feel like, you know, you can stay down here longer. You know, I had to put boundaries up and I had to express how I felt. And just to be very clear, it was my father. You know, my father was never there in my life, and I was very fortunate to have a father figure until he passed away, who set the stone, or who set the tone for me. But my father was never there, and I let the past be the past, right? But as my father came back around in my life, he couldn't realize that he was bringing the past to the future with the same habits, you know. And my father never put me first, and that's, you know, I don't live in that, but I can't allow him to keep doing that, is why I brought this up. And I feel like this is something, I brought this up to say I can resonate with you guys, not to vent to you guys, because after I got off the phone conversation, I'm not gonna lie, I cried. But it wasn't crying out of a space of like, oh my God. It was just like a sense of releasing. It was a sense of releasing. I'm not gonna lie, I felt better. You know, I was sad that he was sad, but I had to do what was best for me and for my children. I couldn't allow my children to see me respond and act in a way where it was okay, because it's not. So, maybe some of you guys need to verbally stand up for yourself, maybe to your parents, maybe to people who you see as authoritative figures. Yeah. That energy is here. I got all of that from that card. I could feel that in the pit of my stomach. All right, so we have a few bird messages. Abandon unsympathetic environments for your true element. Wow. Stay true. And I felt immediately when I pulled this card and stepping away from, some of you guys are detaching yourself from people and places that you no longer resonate with, because you see it's like it's a it's a certain type of algorithm. Like I see people who maybe like to gossip or watch certain TV shows that just, it's a certain energy that someone is trying to detach from. So I see someone maybe cutting certain friends off, or just not even cutting them off, but it's a hey and bye. You know, it's not going out and hanging out with the same people. This can be a religious thing as well, is what I'm picking up on. Stay true to your heart's desire. Excuse me for stuttering. Like this Mercury retrograde. Look, I got Virgo and Mercury too. Come on, get it together. We're going to get the messages out, okay? Stay true to your heart's desire and keep nature in your heart and your home. So I feel like with this energy for Leos, it is a good time to really step away from other people who are not connecting to their true self. People who are not putting themselves first. That's what I'm feeling. Leos, it's a great time to take a step back from people who are not prioritizing themselves. And this is a great time to cut off your phone. I look like the one girl from the Tyler Perry movie. What movie? That is so funny. How when I look down, that's the comment I seen. What movie? That made me laugh. Okay, maybe some of you guys need a maybe some of you Leos are being really serious at the time, and it's a really great time to laugh, because the whole time I got on this reading, I just felt the need to be really calm, cool, collective. I like to sometimes just sit in silence. So for the right time, I can't play that. They'll take that off. So let's change it. So I just feel like this is a time where Leos may be a lot serious, and it's a good time to just smile and have a good time. I'm not gonna lie.
All those vitamins and minerals.
When you allow yourself to have a good time and you laugh, it simplifies things for you. It clears the fog. It has so many benefits. Laughing is my favorite thing to do. Me and my kids do it all the time, you know, especially when we're all together. Even when we're not, but laughing till your stomach hurts is the best medicine that you can have, you know. So being around people that actually make you laugh is very important at this time for Leos, okay? Leos are very lighthearted, I like to think. But a lot of times Leos are forced into survival mode out of everybody the easiest, because they're the warriors. They're the ones that have to be strong. They're the ones who are usually used as a vessel from God to show everybody endurance, in my opinion. We're going to do Aries. We're going in order. We're starting with Leo since we're in Leo season. All right, we're going to do Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn. We're going to get to Aries. This is going to be posted, okay? Lend a helping hand and never forget the spring will return. There's an energy of someone saying like, listen, I need help. I still have to figure out how I'm going to, you know, get my son from this and this, and he's got football, and I got to figure out how I'm going to pay this, and my grandmother she's in a hospital. Someone's like, look, I'm in the place in my life where I need assistance. When you need assistance, if it's anything that God has taught me or put on my heart when I was younger, and I've been been in a groove of this since I was younger, because my mom instilled this in me. Even when you have more than somebody else. And one way to soften up your challenges in life when you feel like you need something in life is to give something that you take for granted or that you have a lot of to someone else. For instance, I had some toothpaste and some deodorant and stuff that someone gave to my child at the church or something he went to. I don't know. It came from somewhere, because I use a certain type of deodorant and just certain, you know, things without chemicals and stuff, right? So it's not to say that I'm better than anyone. It's just that I prefer to not put certain chemicals in my body, me and my children's body. So I held on to it. I didn't throw it away. Something told me somebody will use it, somebody will need it. I just kept it in a bag on my door, and honestly it was hanging there for like 4 or 5 months, because I don't live in a city where there's a lot of homeless people just laying, you know what I'm saying? I can just, you know. So I was like, whenever I come across somebody who needs it. Well, long story short, I took on the role of another income at a restaurant as a waitress, and I work with this man who every time he comes around, he does have a like a smell, right? I don't say anything because I'm just not that person. But everybody at my job is like, oh my God, he stinks. And I respond as, like, my response is, help him then. And they're like, oh, well, no, I wasn't trying. I'm like, yeah, you were, because you brought it up and you thought I was on a kiki with you. But my response is like, help him then. What you telling me for? Help him. And I went home and I was like, oh, I have that stuff. So I wrapped it up and put it up in something where nobody can see, and I plan on giving it to him. So that this is the energy that I'm picking up on, because girl, your girl needs some assistance too over here. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, not to say nobody, but we all need help in some type of way. Some financial, some mental, some emotional, some sexual, some spiritual, you know? And I just feel like there's an energy here that if you give to someone around you, there's always somebody of need. There's always somebody who needs food, deodorant, you know, things that you have. I just feel like if you were to give from a place of feeling like you were unlimited, then whatever it is that you're going through, it doesn't matter if it's connected to finances, it will ease over. Okay, so the gift that keeps giving, because I feel like when you give to this person, that person you give to is going to give to someone, and then that person is going to give to someone. That's what it's about, right? We also have, from a strong foundation, you may build anything. Now, this strong foundation, I am picking up on some shadow work with your mother and father. Maybe there's some things that were passed down that you inherited mentally, emotionally from your father or mother. And this is coming up. Hold on, I don't want to, I don't need this video to get flagged, so give me a second. I'm just gonna put on some house music. Yeah, that's my favorite one anyway. Conserve your energy and reap bountiful rewards. This energy I'm picking up on, Leos, is saying, and I'm only taking all these cards, Leo, because we in Leo season, okay? But this energy is saying pull back, especially if you're feeling like you're not getting what you're worthy of or what you deserve. Do not over push, Leos, because you guys can exalt yourself a little too much sometimes because you're so passionate about what it is that you do. Leos don't do anything without a passion, baby. Because if they show up any type of way, if you have a Leo as a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a mother, a father, and whatever it is that they do, they love. Leos are not going to give their attention and love to something that they do not passionately love. And sometimes people can take advantage of that. Either you or you taking advantage of them. And a lot of times Leos are unappreciated in their passion area because people don't see the full throttle of what it takes to really harness something. When you have a passion for something, you give your thoughts and your feelings to it constantly feeding it. So yes, there's an energy of pulling back your energy, Leos, so that you don't feel like you're battling yourself. Leo card, let me actually pull it out so you guys can see it. Where's my other deck? It's a woman, and it's a woman holding a lion. And in the card, one could say that this is a woman taming the beast of another person. I like to think that sometimes this card represents all in one. Come on, Leo, where you at, baby? This also means taming your beast. And what I mean by that is the things that feel chaotic sometimes. Not everything needs to be expressed, and not everything should be shown to the world. And there's an energy here of conserving certain parts of yourself so people do not misuse your passion. There it is. I got it out. Woo. It feels so good to have said that. I feel like me saying that, I don't know, that hit somebody's heart. I can feel it. I can feel it. I sure can. Where is Leo in the deck? Where is my Leo card? Hold on. I gotta find Leo's. Hold on. Oh, I don't think it's... Oh, it's not in this deck. I'm looking for a different card. Hold on, because the sun card is different. Oh, here it is. I'm gonna say, Leo's, why are you hiding? Look how she's holding that beast. She's even holding his mouth, and his tongue is out. There's a sense of comfort that he finds with her. So I feel like this is also saying be soft with yourself, because you can't expect people to be soft with you if you don't have compassion for yourself first. You won't know how compassion shows up from others. Whew, Leos, y'all put me to work today. That's okay though, because it's y'all season. All right, so let's get to the tarot. Thank you. I hope y'all doing all right today. My country accent keep trying to come out. I hope y'all doing all right today. Oh, that's funny. All right, what do we have for Leos? We are at 20 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna go in for Leos. I told myself we were gonna keep these messages under 10 to 15 minutes. But it's y'all season. Anything for Leos. Okay, one more time. I am hearing the word constipated, so maybe you guys need to watch eating like processed foods at this time, especially with the transits going on right now. This is a really great time for Leos to detox, like physically detox. There's something with your digestive system here, Leos. What do we have for Leos? What is the overall energy? I'm hearing putting your best foot forward. All right, on the top we have the Empress. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Hangman, the Emperor, and the Sun. I like this energy. The Seven of Wands is behind the Empress. So this just lets me know that maybe some of you guys are not taking like competition very lightly at this moment. Maybe there are some, I'm hearing hidden agendas from certain people. Let me sit with this energy really quick before I rush into it, since I got to practice what I preach, right? I told you guys not to rush into it, so let me take my time. This Emperor here is somebody outside of you. Okay, I'm picking up on the energy of someone being in their head about an offer that's supposed to be made to them, and at the very same time the person who is supposed to make the offer is in their head about the offer they're making to the person. So I see the giving and receiving person of this offer in their head about something. The Sun card is a guaranteed childlike energy, so this is something of a collaboration is what I'm feeling, but this can also be you needing to put more effort. What is this Emperor card that came out fast? Yeah, you needing to put boundaries or set a certain boundary down or up with someone or a place, or even it could be an official. I feel like there's someone who is going to make an offer to a Leo, and they're waiting to see what you allow to come into your space. The hold up, yep, because the Hangman is on the card. From a strong foundation you may build anything. There is somebody who is watching someone. This can even be a job. A lot of people don't even know that people before they hire, well, we all know that they look at your social medias, but some people, especially depending on what role you play with a corporation, some people will watch you for months to see what it is, how you talk, how you react. I'm hearing like the TikTok sensation has a lot of people scared to hire people. Wow, it's a thing is what I'm saying. But I'm seeing someone watch someone, and I don't know if they're purposely sending certain people to you to see how you react, but there's somebody being watched to see how they act or respond before there is an offer that's being given. And the High Priestess is at the top, so I'm not going to tell you no lie. You maybe already feel this. If you're asking yourself, what is taking so long for me to get this offer? I feel like someone is being watched. It's in a positive way though, and I feel like it's warranted. It's warranted. Whoever's watching you just wants to make sure that they're making a really great investment. I think that whoever this is, it can be an individual person. This can be an angel investor. This can be a corporation. Whoever this is has the funds to help or emergency crystals invest something into you. They just want to make sure that you're like your mind frame, or you operate from a business aspect and not an emotional space, if that makes sense. This is a more logical person, so this may be a company ran by a man. This, I can feel that.
Cats in hats.
Oh my goodness.
What you're into. Pinterest is the place.
4 or 5 commercials back to back. What happened to one commercial and out the way? And if you're gonna play a commercial over here, play something I like. Shoot. Okay, let's get y'all. Let's finish this up. All right. So when it comes to the Sun card, the Hangman, the 9 of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles, and the Emperor, what is all of this saying? Let's just confirm it. I just need to make sure. I know that I'm right, but we just need to make sure. Let's just confirm it, unless we need more details about the situation. At the bottom, we have Uranus, revolution. I feel like this person is watching you because they feel like even though you would shake something up with working with them, it's not in a negative way, if that makes sense. You maybe have a certain perception or a perception of something that this person is requiring, that they need. This person feels like they need you, but how do I explain this? They can hire whoever they want, but this person feels like you would be a great contribution. Out comes Virgo, and Virgo is right here behind this High Priestess, the Hermit, okay? So this is something you've manifested. This is something that is coming to you because you've manifested this. I don't think that you realize you manifested this from changing your thoughts or feelings about a certain situation or person. Aligned, realistic, or ritualistic, efficient, insightful, healthy, dutiful, discerning, witchy, subtle, pure, refined, accurate, critical, nervous, and professionalist. Now, maybe you're a person who puts in a lot of work. Yeah, that's a Leo energy, but I feel like there's just something you've been doing for a really long time. Someone loves your portfolio. And at the top we have Capricorn. Yes, this is a business offer. All right, I don't know why I was pulling from that. Let's get you guys some nourishment. And then we're going to call it a day, Leos. What nourishment can I give for Leos as they continue on this journey that life is giving? That is equivalent in alignment with this offer. What nourishment does their soul need to continue their path and their blueprint? At the bottom we have, what's your honest truth? I feel like you guys are honest, but I feel like you guys just need to speak your truth a little bit more. The world has made speaking your truth very complicated in a lot of different ways. And for my understanding and overstanding, when it comes to fire signs, baby, they like to say how they feel. Maybe there's a sense of you feeling like you are holding back. This is going back from the very beginning. But I feel like, Leos, this is a great time for y'all to poke y'all's chest out with grace and speak your truth, especially during your season. If Leos, if there's not a time the Leos are supposed to stand up and say what they feel, it is most certainly Leo season. That's your time to shine, baby. All right, so nourish the sacred feminine energy. I feel like with this energy, and this is why I bring up Nipsey's energy so many times in everything that I talk about, because we seen this man, he was so gentle, but he was so fierce. You can tell that he embodied his feminine energy. He had more masculine energy, but he embodied his feminine energy to where he had compassion. He was able to maneuver a certain type of way with what opposed him. And I feel like that's something that we miss in this world, especially when it comes to the masculine energy. The disconnect is the lack of feminine energy that they have, for a lot of different reasons. A lot of men will hear that and say, "Oh my God, I'm not a woman. What you mean?" It's like, man, we gotta start all the way from the bottom. When you hear men say that, it's like, where did we go wrong? But all that lets me know is that a man is disconnected from his mother. All right, his umbilical cord from the day he was born in his mother's stomach. There it is. Okay. Let's read this card so I can let y'all go. Sweetie pie. Who called me sweetie pie? All right, 18. Ooh. That done fell out. I'm gonna have to put that back in there. Oh my goodness. All right, 18. Nourish the sacred feminine, the essential meeting. Yin, inner knowing, and an unconscious mind, listening to your intuition, showing unconditional love, fertility, prophetic dreams, cycles and phases of the moon, wisdom, tradition, co-creation, nurturing, teaching, healing, using your emotions as a guide. Using your emotions as a guide. I'm gonna ring the bell on that one. Okay. Using your emotions as a guide. Facilitating new relationships. Heavy on the using your emotions as a guide and facilitating new relationships. That's what emotions are meant for. It is not meant for you to act or respond, but it's for you to use it as a guide. And this is something that I've been practicing for the last 8 years, is using my emotions as a guide. When I feel something, I don't allow it to control me. I listen to it and I nurture it. A lot of times that's why I do improvise with dancing. I'll get naked, I'll have clothes on, I'll put music on, I'll light my incense, and I'll cut everything off, or I'll play certain music that just allows me to flow with how I feel. Sometimes I break down and cry because I just love myself so much. Sometimes memories of things that I need to let go comes up, but I allow it to flow. There's an energy here of using that the energy like that. When it comes to facilitating new relationships, I also feel like there's a wash up of old energy and new people coming in. I see people being placed around certain people so that there's an energy of creation here. Okay? So Leos, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and I love you guys. Next time.